Autism. Educational advocacy and support. A multifaceted approach. Inclusive learning. Navigating the path to equitable access and support. Educational advocacy and support for autistic individuals involve a comprehensive strategy to ensure equitable access to education, foster inclusive environments, and address the unique needs of autistic students. This includes providing special education services and support, creating an individualized education program (IEP), implementing best practices for inclusive education, adhering to critical provisions and protections for students with disabilities, addressing bullying, and promoting a positive school climate. Unlocking potential. Meeting unique needs for academic success and well-being. Special education services and supports address the unique learning needs, communication styles, and sensory sensitivities of autistic individuals by promoting academic success, social development, and overall well-being. These services and supports typically include assistive technology tools, such as communication devices and visual schedules, are pivotal in empowering individuals to access and participate in educational activities more effectively, significantly enhancing their learning experience. Behavioral interventions that address challenging behaviors improve social skills and foster positive interactions with peers and teachers. Individualized support from special education teachers, paraprofessionals, and behavior specialists to ensure that autistic students receive personalized instruction and guidance tailored to their strengths and needs. Occupational therapy to enhance fine and gross motor skills, sensory processing, and self-care abilities. Speech therapy to help individuals improve communication skills, including language comprehension and expression. These services comply with federal laws, including the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA. This compliance ensures that all eligible students, including autistic individuals, have the right to a free appropriate public education, FAPE, in the least restrictive environment, LRE. By adhering to these laws, parents, educators, and caregivers can feel secure and informed about the rights of autistic individuals in the education system. Navigating the IEP journey. A comprehensive, collaborative approach for academic success. The IEP process is thorough, collaborative, and tailored to the unique needs of each student with a disability, including autism. This process involves proactive collaboration between parents or legal guardians, educators, professionals, and advocates. It includes several key components, each playing a crucial role in developing a personalized education plan that ensures the IEP is comprehensive and effectively meets the individual's educational needs, providing a roadmap for their academic success. These include referral. The IEP process begins with a referral for special education evaluation. A parent or legal guardian, teacher, or other school personnel can initiate the referral if they suspect a child has a disability that impacts learning. Evaluation. A comprehensive assessment determines the child's eligibility for special education services. This evaluation covers various areas, including academic achievement, cognitive abilities, social-emotional development, and physical skills. Eligibility determination. A team of professionals, including the parents or legal guardians, reviews the evaluation results to decide if the child qualifies for special education under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA. The team determines whether the child's disability adversely affects their educational performance and if they need special education services. IEP meeting. If the child is found eligible, an IEP meeting is scheduled. During this meeting, the IEP team, which includes parents, teachers, school administrators, and other relevant professionals, collaborates to develop an individualized education plan for the student. IEP development. The IEP document outlines the student's current performance levels, specific educational goals, and the services and support they will receive. It includes present levels of academic achievement and functional performance, PLAF, measurable annual goals, special education and related services, supplementary aids and services, program modifications or supports for school personnel, accommodations for state and district assessments, and transition planning for students aged 16 and older. Implementation. Once finalized, the school implements the IEP. Teachers and other staff members are informed about their roles and responsibilities in delivering the services and supports outlined in the IEP. Monitoring and reporting. The students' progress towards meeting their IEP goals is regularly monitored and reported to parents or legal guardians. This includes periodic progress reports and annual reviews of the IEP to assess the students' achievements and adjust the plan as needed. Annual review and reevaluation. The IEP is reviewed at least once a year to update goals, services, and supports. A reevaluation must be conducted every 3 years, or more frequently if needed, to determine if the student continues to be eligible for special education services. Navigating the IEP journey. The crucial role of autism advocates in the IEP process. Autism advocates are professionals or individuals who support and guide parents and guardians through the Individualized Education Program (IEP) process for their autistic children. Their primary role is to ensure that the educational needs of autistic students are met and their rights are upheld. Critical aspects of their involvement include guidance and education. Autism advocates educate parents and guardians about their rights under laws like the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, and the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. They help parents understand the IEP process, the services their child is entitled to, and the appropriate accommodations and supports. Additionally, autism advocates assist in managing the complex paperwork associated with special education services, ensuring that all documents are correctly completed and submitted. Assessment interpretation and needs articulation. Autism advocates assist parents and guardians in understanding assessment results and their impact on their child's educational plan. They collaborate with parents and guardians to convey their child's needs, preferences, and academic goals, ensuring that the IEP aligns with these priorities. Meeting participation and plan development. Autism advocates attend IEP meetings with parents and guardians, helping to ensure that discussions are thorough and that the resulting plan is tailored to the student's unique needs. They also help parents and guardians communicate effectively with educators and other professionals and contribute to creating a comprehensive and effective IEP that includes specific goals, services, and accommodations for the student. Monitoring and advocacy. Autism advocates monitor the implementation of the IEP, ensuring that schools adhere to the agreed-upon plan and that the student receives the necessary support. If the IEP does not meet the student's needs, advocates work to revise and update the plan as required. In cases where disagreements arise between parents or guardians and schools, advocates can help mediate and resolve conflicts. Ensuring compliance and providing support. Autism advocates ensure that all services and supports fully comply with federal laws, such as IDEA, which mandates a free appropriate public education, FAPE, for eligible students. Additionally, they promote a person-centered approach to the IEP process, ensuring all parties work together to support the student's academic and social development. By fulfilling these roles, autism advocates play a critical part in empowering parents and assuring that autistic students receive the education and support they need to succeed. Embracing neurodiversity. Creating supportive and empowering learning environments. Inclusive education practices promote the full participation and integration of students with disabilities and provide necessary accommodations and support. Key strategies include collaboration. When educators, parents, therapists, and support staff work together, autistic students receive the comprehensive support necessary for academic achievement, social-emotional growth, and self-advocacy skills. Individualized instruction. Autistic students often learn differently than their neurotypical peers. Autism advocates work to ensure that autistic students receive the personalized support they need to learn and thrive in regular classrooms. This includes customized lessons, strategies, and tools to help autistic students with their schoolwork, social skills, and emotions. Additionally, autism advocates ensure that classrooms are set up appropriately with visual aids and technology if needed. Sensory-friendly environments. Inclusive classrooms strive to create sensory-friendly environments that cater to the unique needs of autistic students. These environments use evidence-based strategies and accommodations, such as personalized instruction, visual supports, and assistive technology. By tailoring the learning environment to each student's unique strengths, challenges, and learning styles, these classrooms promote the academic, social, and emotional development of autistic students, fostering a conducive learning environment for all. Teacher training and support. Teachers and school staff receive training on autism awareness, positive behavior support, and evidence-based interventions to promote social skills development and address challenging behaviors effectively. It's essential for everyone involved, including teachers, parents, therapists, and support staff, to work together to give autistic students all the help necessary to succeed in schoolwork, grow emotionally, and learn to speak up for themselves. Inclusive education emphasizes creating a culture of acceptance, appreciation, empathy, and respect by promoting an understanding of neurodiversity. Through these practices, schools can ensure that all students, including autistics, feel valued, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential. By integrating autistic students into general education settings, these practices provide essential accommodations and support, fostering a sense of belonging and empowerment that leads to better academic performance and social-emotional growth. Equitable access. Empowering students with key provisions and protections. Federal laws, such as the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, and anti-discrimination regulations, outline key provisions and protections for students with disabilities, including autistics. These laws ensure that eligible students receive the necessary accommodations and support to access education on an equal footing with their peers. Central to these protections is the guarantee of a free appropriate public education, FAPE, tailored to meet each student's needs. This includes developing and implementing individualized education programs, IEPs, which outline specific goals, services, and accommodations for each student's academic and developmental progress. Additionally, IDEA emphasizes the principle of the least restrictive environment, LRE, which means that students with disabilities should be educated with their non-disabled peers to the maximum extent as appropriate, while still receiving the necessary support and services. Additional protections include procedural safeguards, access to due process procedures, dispute resolution mechanisms in disagreements with educational agencies, and parental or legal guardian involvement in decision-making. Together, these provisions ensure that students with disabilities, including autistics, have equal opportunities for academic and social success, with parents playing a vital role in this process. Individualized Education Plans, IEPs. Understanding your child's education rights. An Individualized Education Plan, IEP, is a legally binding document developed collaboratively by educators, parents, and other professionals for students with disabilities who require special education services. The IEP outlines the specific educational goals, accommodations, and support services the student will receive to support their learning and development. Critical components include accommodations and modifications. Accommodations and modifications include adjustments to the learning environment, curriculum, or assessment methods to meet the student's unique needs. Annual goals. Annual goals specify measurable and achievable educational objectives tailored to the student's needs. Present levels of performance. Present levels of performance describes the student's current academic and functional abilities, as well as their strengths and challenges. Related services. Related services include additional support services, such as speech therapy, occupational therapy, counseling, or physical therapy as needed. Transition plan. The transition plan is a crucial component of the IEP, especially for older students. It prepares them to transition from school to post-secondary education, employment, or other adult living arrangements. This plan ensures a smooth and successful transition and reassures parents and educators about the student's future. The IEP is reviewed and updated annually to ensure it remains relevant and effective in meeting the student's educational needs. This review involves a comprehensive assessment of the student's progress, strengths, and challenges, and a discussion among the IEP team about any necessary adjustments to the goals, accommodations, or services. This process ensures that the IEP serves as a roadmap for providing a meaningful and appropriate education for students with disabilities, fostering their academic and social success. Educational support in IEPs. Tailored assistance for diverse learning needs. Educational support in IEPs is essential to special education. These services, designed to provide tailored assistance and accommodations to students with diverse learning needs, are typically offered within the framework of IDEA in the United States and similar legislation in other countries. Standard components incorporate educational support. Educational support refers to the assistance and resources provided to students with disabilities, learning difficulties, or other challenges requiring additional academic help. Academic support promotes educational inclusion and equity, ensuring all students can access a meaningful and appropriate education. Common educational supports may include assistive technology. Assistive technology provides devices or software that assist students in accessing and processing information more effectively. Differentiated instruction. Differentiated instruction includes adapting teaching methods, materials, and assessments to match students' learning needs and strengths. Extended time for assignments and tests allows students additional time to complete assignments and assessments. Note-taking support. Note-taking support includes providing notes or summaries of lessons to students who may have difficulty taking notes independently. Resource rooms. Resource rooms are specialized classrooms where students can receive individualized instruction and support. Small group instruction. Small group instruction provides targeted instruction in small groups to address specific learning challenges. Visual supports and schedules. Visual supports and schedules are essential tools that foster independence, particularly for individuals with autism or other communication challenges. These visual aids enhance communication, reduce anxiety, and promote independence by presenting information in a clear and accessible format. Common types of visual supports and schedules include choice boards. Choice boards display options, often represented by pictures or symbols, from which individuals can choose. These boards empower individuals to communicate their preferences and make decisions. First-then boards. First-then boards visually depict two tasks or activities in sequence. For example, a non-preferred task is shown first, followed by a preferred activity. This visual support motivates individuals to complete the initial task with the anticipation of engaging in the preferred activity afterward. Social stories. Social stories are visual narratives that describe social situations and appropriate behaviors. They are used to teach social skills and help autistic individuals navigate social interactions successfully. Task sequences. Task sequences break down complex activities into smaller, manageable steps, depicted through pictures or symbols. This helps autistic individuals understand the order in which tasks need to be completed. Visual reinforcement systems. Visual reinforcement systems use visual representations of rewards or tokens to reinforce positive behavior. For example, A token board may feature pictures of preferred activities or items. Autistic individuals earn tokens for completing tasks or displaying desired behavior. After accumulating a specific number, they can exchange these tokens for a reward. Visual schedules. Visual schedules use pictures, symbols, or written words to represent the sequence of activities or events throughout the day or within a specific time frame. These schedules promote predictability and reduce anxiety by helping individuals understand what will happen next. They are particularly beneficial for those who thrive on structured routines. Visual supports for transitions. Visual supports assist individuals, particularly those with autism, prepare for transitions between activities or environments. These supports may include a timer, a countdown visual, or a depiction of the following activity to ease the transition process. Visual supports and schedules, which can be personalized to suit individual needs and preferences, offer a range of benefits. They are effective tools in classrooms, homes, community environments, and therapy sessions, enhancing communication, understanding, and predictability. By improving organization, reducing stress, and increasing independence, they are invaluable aids for individuals with neurodiverse learning and communication styles.